योगेन चित्तस्य पतेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन.
So, many of you have been attending the pranayam classes in the mornings, or some of you have started attending these classes recently, and so may or may not be familiar with what we more details about the what we do in the pranayam classes. And so, in order to help you, I had given this presentation some time ago, but I repeated the pranayam part 1 about 2 weeks ago, but there were some problems during that presentation. The power went out, and so that time the presentation didn't get recorded properly. But that was part 1, which I had presented some long time ago also. So anyway, all I'm saying is, so we'll start with pranayam 2 today, and it has the links for the pranayam 1 and so on. Again, feel free to ask questions, and I'll try to answer those questions. Okay. So again, it's in two parts, the pranayam session, and especially the second part is more for higher awareness, where we work more on chakras and locks and so on, and the gold nugget and the energies, and also the energy centers and so on. So that's why the title is pranayam for higher awareness. And so the agenda now, and just I'll go over the sequence that we do in part 1, and in part 2 we'll cover bandhas, the Mula Bandha, Udiyan Bandha, Jalandwanda Bandha, and all these three bandhas together is Mahabandha. And gold nugget, again, this will be a brief information about gold nugget. And we had a YouTube recording about by Rajan Vakil about gold nugget, and so if you need more information, we'll have I'll share the link for that. And then the different chakras, the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, and so on. Okay. So initially, when I had given this presentation, it was only talking about the specific sequence that we have and the instructions for those everything in that sequence. But this time I have included a little bit more different information about the chakras. So let's see how it goes. And again, feel free to ask questions. So again, this all of you know that I conduct classes in the morning twice, and most of the times I am there, but sometimes there will be recording. But in any case, every day there is either recording or I am teaching the class. And so just keeping a regular habit of doing the pranayams is very helpful. And the only way you will know it is by actually practicing it and checking for yourself if you benefit from it or not. Again, if you're not on the distribution list, you can send me an email and I will add you. Either email or you can contact me by phone number. And so in pranayam, this is just going over what we covered in as part of pranayam part 1. And again, there is a link to this recording, and you don't need to copy anything now, but I will share this presentation. And so you can see the link which talks about all these different techniques. And this is the basic pranayama. We start with energizing pranayam, Bhastrika, Kapalbhati, Agnisar. Then Ujjayi is more relaxing and also energizing also, but relaxing also. And then left nostril is again relaxing, right nostril is energizing, alternate nostril breathing, it's again balancing and relaxing. And then there are, just holding the breath in and holding the breath out. All this, we do this in sequence, and there are, benefits of each of them that are covered in part 1. Okay. So just to summary of what was done in part 1. And in part 2, that's today's presentation, we'll talk more about the benefits of these different techniques, and just overall, as the title mentioned, it's more about higher awareness. And so we have a physical body and subtle body, and we are working on kind of balancing or coordinating physical body with the subtle body using these different techniques. And again, with all of these techniques, we'll talk on more details. So let's start with bandhas. So think that there are 3 diaphragms, major diaphragms in the body. So one is all the way down at the bottom. It's like a diaphragm that can move up and down. Then the regular diaphragm that that's separating the abdominal and thoracic cavity, that's the diaphragm that's this kind of moves up and down perpetually since your birth. And then also there is a diaphragm near the throat. And all these 3 diaphragms, the bandhas are just working with these diaphragms. Think of it as there is some river that's flowing, and bandha considered as a dam, and you put a dam and then release it, and that more water will flow through it, or more energy will flow through that channel. Okay. So there are 3 of these bandhas, and if you engage all 3 of them, that's considered as the Mahabandha. Okay. And so let's start with the Mula Bandha or root lock. Again, the steps, I think everyone whoever attends the class knows all the instructions. So you focus on the pelvic floor, and perineum is the area for men and cervix is for the women. And you lift that pelvic floor up, and you first of all you exhale out and then lift it up, and then stay there for at least 10 seconds or 20 seconds, and we repeat this 3 times. And that is what is the root lock or Mula Bandha. And the benefits of this exercise are for women, regulation of menstrual cycles, and overall lowering the respiratory rate, and overall that's just that bottom area, making it strong is quite helpful, especially for women. Okay. And the overall this will help you. And again, all this, each chakra, not each chakra, each of those locks, there is an associated knot. So in case of this root lock, it's called Brahma Granthi. And when physically you won't see it, but all you're working on is unblocking those different knots on the psychic path from all the way down towards the head. So at the Mula Bandha, it's the Brahma Granthi, and you will see the names of the other 2 Granthis, or consider those as psychic knots. And we're trying to unblock those psychic knots, and enabling more and more flow of pranic energy. Pranic energy is supposed to move from the bottom all the way up towards the head. And so this is the basic information. Again, you may find more information, and also sometimes it's not all consistent information if you look at different documents. And we do all these locks, we first exhale out and then we engage those locks. There are some books that also do this with holding the breath in and engaging those locks, but this is what we do. And Again, there may be some different benefits of doing this with holding the breath in. Just to basically think that this is what we do, and some information about it. And so the next one is Udiyan Bandha, or abdominal lock. And generally the Udiyan Bandha is practiced while standing up, but I want to make it simple, and so in our class we practice it while sitting down. Also, I want to mention that this, especially the Moola Bandha and Udiyan Bandha, they are very helpful in yoga asanas. So, the inversions, for example, if you are doing inversion, engaging the abdominal lock is quite helpful, and it's very much recommended that you. And there are some other poses where engaging the Moola Bandha is very helpful. Okay. Again, in the same thing in about this chakra, this lock, the instructions are you. The idea is that you first pull the belly in and then lift it up. Okay, and so you are kind of putting some pressure on that diaphragm in between. The root lock did the for the pelvic floor, that diaphragm, it engaged that, and this one is for the main the diaphragm, which separates the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. And the action that you are doing, just exhale out, then pull the belly in and then lift it up as if you are trying to get the small finger to touch the thumb. This is again helping that area of the diaphragm. And the psychic knot associated with this lock is called Vishnu Granthi. And again, all we are doing is trying to increase the flow of energy from bottom all the way up towards the head. Next one is the Jalandhar Bandha, or chin lock. And so that's when you bring your attention to the throat area and you bring the chin to touch the chest. I include this information about swallowing saliva. Many times people have asked me this question, why are we swallowing saliva? And that action of swallowing saliva is helpful for your thyroid and parathyroid glands. Sometimes it's not that easy to swallow saliva, especially if you are practicing in the beginning. And so in that case, just drink a little bit of water before you start, and that may help you to have some saliva and then try to swallow it. Just try it and see, it will help you in that area. Okay. And again, this the benefits, it strengthens the muscles in this area, and overall the psychic level, the energy is moving up, and the knot associated with this lock is the Rudra Granthi, and we are trying to unblock all those three knots and increase the flow of energy from the bottom towards the head. Think of this, this is like a pipe, and we are trying to move the energy from the bottom all the way up. So these are the three bandhas, and if you engage all three bandhas, that's called Mahabandha. It's the same thing, but you are doing this in sequence. So you exhale out, and then first engage the root lock, then the abdominal lock, and then the chin lock, and then swallow saliva 4 or 5 times, and then release in the reverse order. So let me just show all these three things. The first one, you can't really see just lifting the pelvic floor up. So you exhale out, lift the pelvic floor up, engage the root lock, and then we stay there for So I have this timer that is like Radhe Krishna 5 seconds, and then based on that we count up to 20 seconds. So you can try to stay for 10 seconds. If it's comfortable, go up to 20 seconds. Okay. So that's the root lock, and then abdominal lock, small finger at the belly button, thumb just below the sternum. You try to first exhale out, then pull the belly in, and then lift it up as if you are trying to get the small finger to touch the thumb. And again, the same thing, you stay for 20 seconds, and then the chin lock, you bring the chin all the way down to touch the chest. You can place one hand on the head to press the chin down more, and then swallow saliva. Try to do that 4 or 5 times a few times. Again, I have also heard that some people have a sensation of yawning when you are doing this chin lock, and again that may go away after some time. And again, it's just think that it is somehow there is some blockage, and it's trying to open up that blockage, and that's why that action seems to be happening. So don't worry about it. Again, all the time, just if you feel that it is not helping you, then don't do it. But I would say, try it. I would recommend at least 15 days, and then see if you feel any difference. Okay? And again, just our group in the mornings, it's a fantastic group, and just practicing it regularly every day, same time in the company, that itself has many benefits. Even if the benefits are both, this just like in wellness, you have physical wellness, spiritual wellness, and social wellness. So that social wellness aspect is also in that our Shri Yoga, regular classes. Okay. So the next one is gold nugget, and this is something that if you have heard about 3-step rhythmic breathing, and Rajan Vakil, who has given a session on Shri Yoga about gold nugget, and it's a technique that his guru, Mr. Tawaria, implemented that technique, and basically you exhale out and then hold the breath out for 40 seconds. Now there is some preparation before that, so you try to near the Swadhisthana chakra below the belly button, try to pull it in, and this action of exhaling out and holding the breath out 40 seconds is helpful. Shekhar Mayanil had also given a session about the benefits of holding the breath out for a long time, and its neurological benefits of that action. According to Rajan Vakil and Mr. Tawaria, at a more subtle level, this action of gold nugget, where you are holding the breath out 40 seconds, it kind of triggers some connection between the Mooladhara chakra and the Swadhisthana chakra, and that triggering is helpful for that moving that energy higher up towards the head. And it's basically Rajan Vakil talks about how it benefits your immune system. So again, this is something that you try to stay for 40 seconds. It's not that easy, and especially in the beginning. And then after you do that shallow, after you hold the breath out for 40 seconds, then the shallow breathing, where the breath is coming only up to the throat and out. So you can just keep one finger just at the throat area, and you exhale out, and then as if the just making sure that the breath is not, you're just not doing regular breathing. So as if the breath is just coming up to here and out, and you are see, you are building up carbon dioxide in those 40 seconds, and in a way that you are making that brain tolerate higher level of carbon dioxide, and that, according to Rajan Vakil, helps your immune system. And just the shallow breathing also is just getting that carbon dioxide out quickly. That's after 40 seconds. If you do even just that, that will also be helpful. Okay. So again, if you want to practice it, I would suggest that instead of me individually showing you how we do it, you can, or let's see if there is enough time at the end, then we can just go through a quick sequence of everything that we are talking about. But if not, just attend a class sometime, and then we go through all of this every day. And I'm going to share the PowerPoint files, and it has the link to the YouTube video, which especially people had questions about gold nugget, and we had a special session by Rajan Vakil where he addressed all those questions. So again, you can watch that video, and if you still have more questions, and if I can't answer those, then we can still contact Rajan Vakil, and he'll be glad to help us or give us another presentation if there is there's need to do such a session. Okay. Again, overall, Rajan Vakil is, if you get chance, look at his YouTube channel. There is tons of useful information. Again, everything that's there, some of you may or may not agree. Personally, I also don't agree with everything, but there is excellent information, especially I would say about chakras, or about just your purpose in life, purpose and of life and death. There are many different topics. There's talks about all the Patanjali Yoga Sutras and so on. So I would highly recommend that just listen to his talks on his YouTube channel. Okay. And now let's talk about chakras and nadis. So this time I gave some little bit more information about chakras and nadis. Initially, when I gave this presentation, I just talked about what exactly we do, but not much about what are chakras and what are nadis and so on. So think of you have physical body, and also you have subtle body, and that subtle body has chakras, and then the channels or nadis that are connecting those chakras. And then the subtle breath, which is prana, flows through these channels of those nadis. And so this is your subtle body, consisting of chakras, nadis, and prana. And our objective is to synchronize our physical body with the subtle body, so that if they are in coordination, then things will work okay. But otherwise, it's both ways. That if there is some issue with your physical or mental health, it will affect the chakras, and vice versa. If the chakras are affected, then that will affect your physical health. Yeah. And so coordinating those two bodies is, I would say, that's the purpose of yoga. And whether we do this by different ways, there are the different ways you can just do asanas. Each asana is actually has some correlation with at least one of the chakras, the major chakras. Again, these chakras, these are the 7 major chakras, but there are other chakras. There are chakras in your legs and arms and so on. But these are the major chakras, the 7 chakras. And so we try to use the vibration techniques to kind of synchronize these chakras with our physical body. And you'll see that there is a close relationship between the chakras and endocrine glands, organs, and so on. I have those charts on the following pages. And so we are trying to synchronize our physical body with the subtle body. And this is just it's the physical body. It's all this affects our thoughts, feelings, and everything, sensations, and so on. Okay. And this is kind of you probably have seen this kind of diagrams. And there are these 7 chakras, starting with the red color. It's the red color of the Muladhara chakra. These are the rainbow colors, starting the red and going all the way up to purple at the top. So these are the rainbow colors. Some people feel that can visualize those colors, and some even visualize those chakras. And it's all the clairvoyant people can have those capabilities. But at our level, don't worry exactly where the chakra is. Just kind of gives an overall map of where they are, and you try to vibrate those chakras. So the names of the chakras, they are on the left side, starting with the Mooladhara chakra. It's I think there are English names, and so base chakra or root chakra, and then sacral chakra, and so on. We'll have the Sanskrit names also. So all these chakras on this side, and this kind of function or overall purpose and functions of those chakras. Okay. So Mooladhara chakra at the bottom is more our the earth grounding. We'll talk a little bit more for when we talk about each of those chakras. Okay. So let's continue, and again if you have any questions, note them down. Again, I'm not very smart person, but at least I will, if I can't answer it, I will at least try to find answers for you. Okay. And when we talked about chakras and nadis, and so the right diagram shows the locations of the chakras, and this is our spine on the right side, going from the root all the way down, all coccyx all the way down towards the head. And think that these chakras, they are connected to the spine. It's not like when I say behind the belly button, it doesn't mean that near the belly button that's where the chakra is. It is still, if it's belly button, then you make a 90-degree go inside, inwards towards the spine, and the chakra is somewhere lined up along that spine. Now the chakra, and there is also field up chakra. The field up chakra may extend to the belly button, but overall the chakra is located just along the spine. And so all these 7 chakras, the Sanskrit names are here, and we'll talk about them in the following pages. On the left side, you have the major nadis, and so the one at the center and shown by this blue color is the Sushumna nadi, and the other two nadis, if you are breathing through left nostril, then that is the Ida nadi. If you are breathing through right nostril, then that's the Pingala nadi. Okay. So the ones which is now breathing through left nostril, it affects the right side of the brain, and when you are breathing through the right nostril, it's affecting the left side of the brain. And I think there's somebody has, I need to mute someone. Okay. So these are the major 3 nadis, and the reason why we have 2 nostrils is because of those Ida and Pingala, and they have different functions. think that it's like a positive current going through the Pingala Nadi and negative current going through Ida Nadi. Even though there is no physically you can't see the electric current, but at least think it this way. Okay? And again, as I mentioned, the left nostril breathing affects the right side of the body, and the right nostril breathing affects the left side of the body. It's interesting that we have two nostrils. I mean, there could have been just one hole and just breathe through that. But it's the purpose is because there are two different sides of the brain. That's why we have two different channels for that. At the physical level, even though the air is just going from the nose all the way to the lungs, at the more subtle level, when we talked about prana, that prana is even though when you go through nose, it's going first to the top of the head. This is the command center or Ajna chakra, and from there it goes all the way down to the Muladhara chakra, and so that's at the subtle level. That's where the prana is going in, and when you exhale, that prana, the old prana, which is at the Muladhara chakra, that will go out. And the one, I don't know how we are doing with time wise, but I think we'll just see how far we can cover today. The Sushumna Nadi, that's considered the most important Nadi. It's considered that when the baby is born, baby cries, and the reason why baby cries is there is a spark between the Muladhara chakra and the Swadhisthana chakra, and that spark is very painful. And when that, but at the same time, this is your life force. Now that's the Sushumna Nadi starts when the baby is born and travels from the root of the spine all the way up towards the head, and so that stays there as long as you are alive. And the other two nadis, the Ida and Pingla, they start when the baby first starts breathing. And again, left nostril breathing is the Ida, and then the right nostril breathing is the Pingla. It's interesting that even there is physical evidence that when you are breathing, generally about 75 minutes, if you, let's say, now you see how the breathing is happening, more air may be flowing through your left nostril, and that pattern will change about 75 minutes, and more air will flow in through the right nostril, and that changes. Again, you can Google it. You'll see some information that it's really, they have done studies to check if there is some difference between the left and right nostril breathing, and that changes every about 75 minutes. Okay. So this is just general information about chakras and nadis. Okay, this chart you have seen it probably during our chakra vibrations. We also have this 5 elements of the hands. So this 5 elements. This is the thumb. Let's start from the ring finger. So ring finger, the reason you put the wedding ring or engagement ring is because that's earth element, and earth element is kind of indicates stability, and that's why you use this finger. And then going the other way, so from ring finger, then the water, and then fire, and then air, and then space. That's how all these 5 elements are represented on your hand. Okay. And everything in the world is made up of those 5 elements. It's not the exact water, but think of water as it's kind of liquid form, earth is more solid form, and so on. And again, this I didn't mention about the chakras, but the chakras, their vibrations, the root energy center will have lower vibrations, and then as you go higher up, the vibration frequency increases. So you can see the correspondence between that and the elements. The earth element is more thick and more heavy, and so the vibrations are relatively low. And then if you go in the other direction, water and so on, so the vibrations keep on increasing in that direction. Okay. And let me see. So and then the right hand shows just the chakras associated with it. Okay. And now, so if I ring finger, press it down with the thumb. That's the one mudra that I do. And again, it's not like that there are different mudras associated with that finger, but I just use one of those mudras for the when we are vibrating that chakra. Okay. And so I had one big Excel sheet, but that was not readable. So I'm just separating into different, small sheets, so that if you want to know where the location is, then the first two columns are just constant, the names of the Sanskrit name and English name, and some approximate location of the chakra. So at the base of the spine, and then sacrum, behind the belly button, center of the chest, and so on. Again, as I mentioned, all this, think of this like drawing a line from that point to your spine, and that's where the chakra is. And again, some people visualize it, some people may not be able to visualize it, and so on. Okay. And these chakras are themselves vibrating. So even if you don't do anything, they will be vibrating. But by forcing those vibrations, you are trying to get them to synchronize with your physical body. So that's the objective. And mantra is one part of it, but then there are many different other techniques also. Okay. So all the asanas and chanting and all these things will help. And then again, there is a close relationship between the various endocrine glands and the chakras, and this chart shows the correspondence between these chakras and the glands. Again, I don't want to go over any details about it, but the Manipur chakra, for example, pancreas, and Manipur chakra is one that is very much related to the body metabolism, and so you can see that the gland associated is the pancreas gland, and so on. Okay. And thyroid, then Vishuddhi mentioned about getting the chin all the way down to touch the chest. This is the area where the thyroid and parathyroid hormones are there. And again, this is again correspondence with the organs. Again, so this is a general information. The Muladhara chakra, again, it says kidneys also. Some documents may say something different, but overall, root energy center is associated with the spinal column, the Swadhisthana chakra, more reproducing organs, and so on. Okay. And again, you'll see the physical correspondence of that to the organs, so the chakras and the organs, and so on. Okay. It may not be exact match. Okay. And this gives a basic functionality of each of those chakras. Okay. So Muladhara chakra is the primitive instincts, the what is that? the first three chakras, the Mooladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, and Manipur chakra, animals also have these chakras. The later on chakras, the Anahata, heart chakra, and so on, only human beings have those chakras. Okay? And the Mooladhara is a basic instinct, just survival and getting food and hunting and all those things. So when we were in that stage, Mooladhara chakra was certainly very, very important. And this is also associated with the sympathetic nervous system, Mooladhara chakra, and whereas Swadhisthana chakra is associated with the parasympathetic nervous system. So, so overall, as we are going past that stage of fighting for food and shelter and so on, our overall objective should be more in terms of moving up and using the parasympathetic system more. Anyway, this again you can see the correspondence. Heart center is associated with circulation, solar plexus with the digestion, the Manipur chakra, and so on. So, yeah. And the last chakra, I think generally we don't do anything about it. It's it is like the first chakra of the next evolution, and when you go beyond, and so we do some things, but most of the chakra vibrations or chanting, it's associated with the first the six chakras, from Mooladhara chakra to command center, Ajna chakra. And again, probably I just repeat by mistake. Okay. This is another thing that I wanted to, even though it's not part of what we do regularly every day, but this I wanted to give you some information about what the chakras are and what they do. And so we have a physical body and subtle body. The subtle body has different elements of that, corresponding to the physical brain. We have manas, ahankar, and what's that? Memory is also there, and so on. There are four things that are associated, and all the chakra system is part of the manas. And the manas is kind of analytical laboratory. So when you get any impression from outside or even inside, so anything that any inputs that your body is getting, as we mentioned, that everything is made up of 5 elements. Whether it's physically, you can say the 5 elements are earth, water, fire, air, and so on. But even the emotions, you can consider that as made up of these 5 elements. So I have the example at the bottom that let's say you're not feeling well, and somebody, a friend, calls, and you feel good when you feel supported, and that has so that support from that friend's call has an earth element in it. And all these chakras, they are the first decoders. They are all the inputs that you get, that it doesn't go directly to the physical side. First, that all these things are decoded by these 5 chakras, the 5 lower chakras, and all that information is provided to manas. And then the manas provides that there is also some memory there, and so that's called the identical memory pattern. So if you have one pattern, then that memory will look for identical memory pattern there. And so, for example, if it's a sweet, and then it will say, okay, so based on what I know, this has so many characteristics. It is sweet. It is, if you eat it, it may be cause your sugar to go up, and all those information is there, that is part of that memory pattern. And then all that information gets provided to buddhi. Buddhi is the one that decodes all this info. It decides what to do with it. And buddhi, the first time it will say that, okay, this is sweet. It's good for you, and if you like it, but you have diabetes, so if you eat it, it's not good, so don't touch it, don't go for that sweet. So that's when then the that buddhi will give instructions to your body brain system to either to do any action. And sometimes that ahankar or ego can intervene. So first time, let's say this happens, and then the second time that ego will say, see what happened last time, that. So when this pattern comes up, don't talk to buddhi, just listen to me and take action. And then so that's when the ego can intervene. And so our overall aim in the spiritual development or spiritual kind of practice is to reduce the effect of ego on us. Okay. So I hope I'm making some sense whatever I'm talking about. So this was just information about the different chakras, and now we just go back to what exactly we do every day when we do the pranayam class. So the instructions that tell you what do we do. So we focus your attention at the bottom, and then Muladhara chakra is associated with the earth element. Ring finger also is associated with earth element. We press it down, and then the mantra is lam, and we make that lam sound. And so that's kind of vibrating, and all we are trying to do is move the energy along the spine all the way up towards the head. So we do this 3 times, but you can do this, it doesn't hurt if you do it more times. Okay. And again, the overall, all these chakra vibrations, they are just moving the energy higher up and synchronizing our subtle and physical bodies. Again, at the more subtle or physical level, when the chakra is balanced, you will feel grounded, happy. So just think the earth element. What is earth element related to? So it's in the good part. It's if you are just relaxed and you have support, you feel happy, satisfied. So that's when the chakra is balanced. But now, if you this earth also has that gravity, and it could be excessive attachment to something, and then that's what happens when it's excess, or when it's deficient. Then you may feel you're insecure, not feeling there is no support, and you're not being loved, or there's one physical part of that is generally considered constipation as a deficiency in this chakra. Okay. Again, I don't have too much details about the physical aspects about each chakra, but just think about this one. Okay. And then I had included the chakra associated with it. When we don't practice this in our regular class, but Janu Shirshasana, where you bring one heel close to the groin area and then go forward and work on getting your forehead to touch the knee. So that is the one chakra that is helpful to activate or balance this chakra. And again, I had included chakras for each of these asanas for each of the chakras, but as I mentioned, all asanas are related to one or more of the chakras. And so if there is the more if you diagnose that there is something that needs to the Mooladhara chakra is deficient, and then your practice may consist of therapy may consist of some asanas and some chanting and so on. So this is about Mooladhara chakra. Then Swadhisthana chakra. And so that is Swadhisthana chakra. It's just a little bit below the belly button, but this associated with the sex organs. And again, the chakra itself is back. Again, it's also associated with the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. And then the instructions, many of you that have attend the classes, those are familiar, that Lalji is here, so when I make a mistake, he tells me that you made a mistake today. Because, it's everyone that attends these classes know the sequence, but they still, it's not just knowing the sequence, just practicing in a group environment, that has its own benefits. Okay. And so this is about the Swadhisthana chakra. And again, think of this as more satisfaction, friendship, companions, sex could be one aspect of it. If it is in excess, then it could be addiction to sex. But in general, if it's balanced, then you have relationships and you are enjoying those relationships, you are enjoying friendships and so on. And again, if it is deficient, then you may not find a purpose in your life. And that's again, there may be different aspects of it, but this is something that I'm just mentioning. And then the asana which balances the chakra is that probably the butterfly, the bringing the soles of the heels together and going forward, work on getting your forehead all the way down to touch the mat. Whether you touch the forehead or not, but that action is going to activate that chakra. Okay. All right, so next one is the Manipur chakra. And again, as I mentioned, this is more related to your body metabolism. Okay. And so the instructions again, there's not. If you are attending the class, you know all these instructions. If you're not attending, then just attend. But the mantra is Ram, and just try to make that sound. Again, whenever you are making that sound, that you are moving energy up. One thing I have not talked in the class, and maybe I should start including it. It is some information about the chakras, and that is the chakras. Their vibration has. I hope you are okay. No, I think let me not go back. But the chakras are moving in certain directions. The lowest chakra, the earth element, or the root energy center, is moving in anti-clockwise direction. Then the next one, that's the Swadhisthana chakra, is moving in the clockwise direction. And you can, we have lots of physics people in attending, so you saw the diagram of that positive and negative, the Ida and Pingla, just crossing at each point, and think that crossing is creating this at where they intersect. That's where the chakras are, and because of that waves, you may think that this is one is moving in the clockwise direction, whereas the other one is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, and that keeps on changing. So the bottom one is anti-clockwise, then the Swadhisthana chakra is clockwise, Manipur is anti-clockwise, and then the heart center is clockwise. This is the anti-clockwise, and this is the clockwise. So we just work on the 6 chakras, and they are moving in clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. Okay. And again, this Manipur chakra is, I think there's some typo here. So the beach mantra is not, it's beach mantra is Yam, and So again, this is more about at the it's more related to body metabolism at the physical level, but at the same time more power and authoritative aspects of things. Again, if it is in excess, then it can lead to some kind of getting just stuck on some things that you can't. Again, excess can also lead to just wrong, excessive affection for the power. And sometimes I say that what we are seeing currently as a result of this chakra being in excess for some of the politicians, and so it's just you're not looking at it from any different aspect, and just you want power and you want everyone to be obedient to you. So that's what happens when this chakra is in excess. And to balance this chakra is the fish pose, and fish pose probably some of you know. So you bring both legs forward and then just bend the elbows and keep on lifting the chest up and get the head all the way back. And this is related to the Anahat chakra. I think I'm already moved to the Anahat chakra. Sorry about that. Okay. So let me see if I can go back to the previous chakra. Yeah. So for the Manipur chakra, it's the boat pose. So Manipur chakra, the boat pose is you lift the heels of the mat and get the hands away from. And this the core muscles here get exercise, and so that's for the boat pose and for Manipur chakra. Sorry about this. Okay. And so again, so the anger, aggression, all these are effects of Manipur chakra being overactive. And let's again go back to the next chakra, the heart center. And again, as I mentioned, the chakras below so this is the first at the higher level chakra, so Anahat chakra. And so only the human beings have it, and this is our spiritual growth. The rest of it is more for our animal nature, you can call it, or just survival and reproduction and so on. And then these other chakras that are higher up are more for your towards your spiritual growth, more up. And again, so moha is considered one of the aspects of Anahat chakra, that if it's in excess. And again, just think of heart and how it is related to this chakra. And now you have this expressions of good at heart and so on. So feeling the compassion and friendliness, that's when it's balanced. And again, there's some of the aspects of if it is deficient, then you may feel indifference and so on. I've seen some people that actually all these chakras, if they are close to you, they can feel which chakra is working and which one is not working properly. And again, I'm not at that stage, but there may be still some people that that are very good at finding out what is working and what's not working. So this is about the heart center, and then the Vishuddhi chakra. So this is related to the space element, and so the instructions again, the sound is hum, and ring finger the middle finger is associated with the Vishuddhi chakra. You press it down, and then you make the sound hum. And we are repeating it 3 times, just because we have our sequence of about 30 to 35 minutes, and so we want to include everything in that sequence. But there is nothing wrong if you repeat some of these vibrations more often. And again, in terms of the benefits, creativity is one certainly a good aspect of all these artists. They have this chakra in a very expressive, both communication. They're good at communicating, and they are good at expressing themselves, and so on. Okay. And again, the deficiencies, underactive thyroid, inability to stuttering, and all those things can happen if there's deficient or in excess, and so on. Okay. So compulsive behavior is another aspect of it. The pose that is there, rabbit pose. So again, anytime when you're locking the chin, that activates that chakra, and this pose that is mentioned here is, you try to get the, so something like this. So working at getting the forehead to touch the knees, and that when you are in that pose, the chin gets locked, and that activates this chakra. So again, as I mentioned, asanas, there are many asanas, and then the command center. There are some schools that say that the Bij mantra associated with the command center or Ajna chakra is Om. And again, so my teacher told me that this is Ksham is the sound that's for Bij mantra for this one. And in a way, I feel that Om is kind of everything. So all this universe is created out of Om, and this is each of these sounds is really derived from Om, and so I personally like to separate Om from this particular Bij mantra for this chakra. Okay. But again, it's not like just unfortunately there is no standard document which you will find consistent and agreed upon in this field. So even this the chakra vibrations that I told you, that chakra is moving in clockwise direction, anti-clockwise, and so on. That's what Rajan Vakil will say. But if you, I have seen other documents, they say that all chakras are moving in clockwise direction. So again, so don't worry too much about it. Just think about this as something for you to think about. If you are more interested, you can look into it more details or experience it yourself, and so on. Okay. And then the asana associated with it is the humble warrior, where you, this one way of doing this, so you interlace fingers behind the back and work on getting your forehead all the way down. Okay. So these are the 6 chakras and so on. Let's see what I have. So this is what I had for about the chakras. And then we do the Brahmari sound. I don't have too many details here, but maybe I will share this in this presentation, share the link of Shekhar Mayan's presentation. He had given a talk about Brahmari and how it is helpful. And so basically, again, think that you are moving energy from the root of the spine, along the spine, all the way up. And in Brahmari also, you're just closing the ear flaps, then the small finger, and just you're trying to get that focus more internal by closing the external sense organs. So ears you are closing, eyes you are closing, nose slightly you are closing, and so on. And then when the focus is more internal, you make a sound like a bumblebee. Again, you are just moving that energy from the root of the spine all the way up towards the head. Okay. And so it will sound something like this. Brahmar is certainly very helpful in calming down the mind and also getting you ready for meditation. So I don't know if you know that every day I am conducting meditation from 9:30 to 9:50, just 20-minute meditation. And we start by alternate nostril breathing, which relaxes the body and mind, followed by Brahmari, which is again just bringing the focus more internal, and then just Omkar for 20 minutes in the background, and just people are, there are some requests to start some meditation. So this was from last January, and from last January I've been conducting this, the 20-minute meditation every day from 9:30. So now today it will be with recording because we may not be able to finish by 9:30. And again, this calms down the mind. I would anytime this two Brahmari, you don't do it too often, and just 5 times is good. But the alternate nostril breathing, you can do it for as long as you want. That it's very relaxing and balancing, and these two are excellent as to help you calm down the mind and get you more focused. The others are energizing pranayam. There's some certain different purpose for it, but these two certainly I would highly recommend. And then lastly, what we do is just again let's all do it. So just sit in a comfortable position, keep the shoulders relaxed, spine erect. Slightly tilt your head back, and with your eyes closed, look between the two eyebrows. God is everywhere, God is within you. Completely surrender to the divine and fill your heart with love and gratitude, and stay there. And internally you tell yourself, I am completely surrendering to the divine, and I am filling my heart with love and gratitude. And then we finish the session with Oms. In the Om, there are, so I'm considering these 3 parts of Om, but they actually, Om has more than 3 parts, but again, you can, there are different schools telling different things, but think that the first is associated with the physical universe, and then more like the 3 different universes that you live in, so they are associated with these 3 areas are associated with that. Okay. And so you start with and this, so it will sound like this. So instead of separately, you can just say, take a deep breath in. And we repeat it 3 times. So that's our practice, and so this is my presentation. Hi Madhuri, good to see you. So any questions, or no, I'm not sure if I can answer, but hi Jia.
Very nice, Guruji. Very nice presentation. Very nice.
Thank you, Lalji Chandra. Good to see you.
Very
Thank you
nice,
so much.
Guruji. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Yes,
Hello,
thank you. Good
Rajeshwari.
night.
Thank you. Okay.
Good information.
Thank you.
Lot of information to digest. I think we need to kind of, reinforce before it sinks in.
I'll be glad to talk separate into smaller parts and give you smaller part presentations. So, for example, just we can talk just about one chakra and just go over more details and just make it a shorter presentation instead of hour and a half presentation. So,
Yes, definitely.
That will
That
be
would be
excellent, sir.
very, very
That will be
good.
and,
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shriji.
Excellent presentation.
Namaste, Mangal. Good to see you. Namaskar. Okay.
Namaskar.
Hello,
Thank you,
Namaste,
Guruji.
Vandana. Good to see you. हॅलो स्वाती सुभाष नमस्कार.
मला वाटतं शॉर्टर प्रेझेंटेशन आणि त्याच्यात आपण प्रॅक्टिकल पण त्यावेळेला घेतलं पाहिजे म्हणजे मग ते कसं करायचं दॅट एव्हरीबडी विल अंडरस्टँड ऑल्सो.
या ओके 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 सर्टनली वी कॅन डू दिस.
Thank you,
हॅलो
Guruji.
पुष्पा गुड टू सी यू. नमस्ते.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
मला एक प्रश्न होता.
या
Question. So, the Bahya Kumbhak, the one which we do where we release breath and then pull the stomach in. How is that different exactly from Udyan Bandha, where we kind of do a similar action?
Different from what?
Udyan.
Okay, Udyan Bandha. Okay, okay. So in a way, these are similar. That what we do is first pull the belly and then lift it up. Okay, that's what we're doing in Bahya Kumbhak. And actually, Bahya Kumbhak can be done without using the hands, and you can just do exhale out and can also stay there. So, so that is Bahya Kumbhak. But I'm just augmenting it by bringing it in and up.
You use the hands to push in for Bahya Kumbhak?
For Bahya Kumbhak, yeah, interlaced fingers, palms just above the belly button. Take a deep breath in, exhale out completely, and then pull the belly in and up towards the diaphragm.
So you use your hands for that. I was just doing it without the hands. Okay, okay.
Yeah, with the hands. Yeah, so just so okay, so okay. And there's you bring them above the belly button and just push it in and up.
Okay, okay.
Hello, Madhuri. How are you?
Whereas in Udyan Bandha, we're not using hands. We're just doing,
Udyan Bandha, I mean, you are still, this action is there that you are trying to first pull the belly in and then lift it up towards the belly button. Okay.
right.
So that action is still there.
Thank you.
काका या ज्या स्टेप्स आहेत ना म्हणजे तुम्ही आता जसं सांगितलं ना दॅट विल बी युजफुल जर का आपण छोट्या छोट्या भागांमध्ये केलं ना हेल्प अंडरस्टँड बेटर. कारण काही काही सटल गोष्टी इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत कळायला.
Okay, so I think let's do this. I will come up with just one of these chakras, and then I think I'll get comments from everyone, and then based on that, we'll just repeat something similar to that for the other ones. Okay.
And include the asana with that too, please, sir.
Asanas, yes,
Chakra.
we can. Again, the asanas that I did, it's not again. See if it works, but again, depending on how you feel, I'll try to come up with some asanas, easy asanas. Okay.
म्हणजे किती पण वेळ म्हणजे किती पण भाग करायला लागले तरी चालतील पण छोट्या छोट्या भागांमध्ये एक एक गोष्ट जरी एक्सप्लेन केली ना तरी चालेल सो दॅट इट्स समथिंग वी कॅन डायजेस्ट.
Sounds good. Okay, sorry, okay. Thank you for your comment, and will certainly, again, this is, you are attending it every day, and it's something that will be helpful to know better, and then we can just divide it in small parts and just and just work on those parts. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, Jambu. Good to see you. Namaskar.
Namaskar, Shrikant ji.
Namaste.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay.
Kaka, I have a question.
Yeah.
So we don't do anything for the crown or Sahasrara chakra. There's no sound and nothing to be done.
Correct. Yeah.
Why is that?
You can consider just Om as a that's helping that Sahasrara chakra, and think of this. This is just it's past you. Just Sahasrara chakra is above you. It's not even part of your body.
Okay.
I mean, the Omkar that you do, it's will have that effect on that chakra. Okay.
Understood.
But there is no specific what do you call the Bij mantra or chakra, other than the other sound or other sound associated with the Sahasrara chakra. Okay. So organs and all that, there is some information, but not much about the chakras. Yeah. But I think let's take that also another topic, that just go over what is exactly we're doing with the chakra. All right.
Good night.
Thank you all.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste, Sujata.
Good night, Kaka.
Namaste.
So it looks
Guruji.
like we have enough time to start the meditation. So I will end this meeting and then can have the 9:30 meditation.
Guruji,
Hello,
take some
Priya. Good to
rest.
see you.
Take some rest. You start so early morning, 5 o'clock.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste. Hello, Terry. Good to see
Hello,
you.
thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, Ravi Atle. And again, so next week, Ravi Atle is going to give a presentation about DARPA. He worked for DARPA for many years, and just to give you more information about how that is more details about DARPA. Thank you. All right, everyone.
Good night, Guruji.
I hope this was helpful.
Very helpful, Guruji. Very helpful.
Excellent. Thank you. Very good.
Very nice, Dada. Thank you, Kaka.
All
Very
right,
nice
so
presentation.
Milind, namaste. Hello, Milind
Namaste.
Sable, Milind Pradhan.
Yeah.
Hello, Praveen. I'm glad you attended it.